So you're in for a treat. Ty Gretzky is here today with us. He is the oldest son of Wayne Gretzky and Janet Jones Gretzky, an actress and dancer. He comes from a long line of ice hockey players, including his father, you might know him, Wayne, his grandfather, Walter, and uncles Brent and Keith. After Ty graduated from Arizona State University in 2014, he founded Gretzky Hockey School. Ty and his wife, Sarah, have a 15-year-old daughter, Cicely, and one that's going to be coming in May. So please welcome Ty Gretzky.
Thank you, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. St. Louis is a second home for us, obviously. My mother is from here. She went to Pattonville High School. So St. Louis always has a special place in her heart, and her whole family and her whole side of the family and her mother, everyone lives here. So it's always special coming back here and being able to spend time with them. And, thank you, Nancy. I met Nancy actually doing the hockey school in St. Louis here. She's incredible, always made our day in the morning, appreciate that. It's always good to see you again, and we had a lot of fun. I was able to start the hockey schools after college. I was the only kid in the family actually that played hockey, which is kind of funny. My dad, when he retired, I was the only one that wanted to continue and skate and be at the rink every day. So he allowed me to do that, and gave me the opportunity to continue playing and carry on my passion. But obviously I was not as good as my dad, so at the end of the day I wasn't able to play in the NHL, which I dreamed of. But I do the hockey schools now, so I'm able to coach all the kids in the summer and still be on the ice all summer with all my friends and all these kids that come out from all over the world to come play hockey and share our passionate game of hockey. So it's very special, and we travel all summer now doing them, and just appreciate that I'm able to have the opportunity to still be on the ice, which is a lot of fun. So, yeah.
Where are you living now?
So now we are based out of Florida. My sister married a professional golfer, Dustin Johnson, if you've heard of him. Yeah, they have two boys, so my mother and father, we all want to be around each other, so we all live within 5-10 minutes of each other in Florida now. And my dad recently started working with TNT, and they do all the NHL games. So once a week, me and him, which is really special, we get to travel to Atlanta. He does the studio games, and then we come home back to Florida with everyone. So it's really special that we get to be around the NHL and do all the hockey stuff during the winter, as well as the hockey schools now in the summer. So just being around the game, it's been a blessing and opened so many doors, and it's our life, hockey. So that's kind of what we do. We're actually going to a game at Fenway Park. They're playing outdoors in the snow Tuesday. So or Monday, sorry. It's going to be a lot of fun. And my dad, he's really excited. He loves being able to be at the games and talk about the games and talk hockey and all of that stuff still. So it's a great time. Does anyone else have any questions?
You got started in Los Angeles. So how was the team out there, and how was it to prepare with the Blues?
Yeah, it's so in 1990 when I was born, it was my dad's second year with the Los Angeles Kings, and the year before he had my sister in LA, and then 2 years later he had my brother Trevor. So we're all born in LA, born and raised. That was our home. And then my mom being from St. Louis when we were about 4 years old, he got traded to the Blues here, and it was incredible. My mom was so excited that we were able to come back home to St. Louis here, and hopefully we were gonna end up here, but things turned out otherwise, and we ended up going to New York as a family, but we ended up back in LA after his career and kind of were raised there, but St. Louis always being a second home with my mom's family, and I'd say we spend a few months here every year, which is amazing. We love it, for sure. Does anyone have any kids or grandchildren that play hockey here? I love it. Yes, that's awesome. Growing up in LA, I didn't have many friends that played hockey. I don't think any of them played hockey, so that's kind of nice being here and seeing how big hockey actually is now. And yeah, it's cool. We love being in St. Louis.
So you take your hockey school to different locations?
Yes, we do 10 different cities every summer, but St. Louis is always our stop. We always make sure to come here, being able to see my mom's family and my grandmother and everyone. And a lot of NHL players stay too after their career as well, so they're always huge support to all the kids and come out and skate with them. So St. Louis is always a great stop for us, and we look forward to it every year. Yeah.
Okay, so your brother's from St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
How did your father and mother meet? I was expecting they met him when he was in St. Louis.
No, she was, I think, a dancer, or she was an actress dancer, and they had met he was a guest judge on a dance show that she had won. And they didn't end up actually getting together right away, they just were friends. And then a few years went by, and they ended up reconnecting, and I guess the rest is history. And they got married in Canada and then moved to LA within a year. So we're all American, born in Los Angeles. Yeah, it's special.
Okay, how long are your hockey skills? How long do they last?
So we've gone over like different scenario or different like styles of 3-day camps, 5-day camps, 1-day schools. We've tried them all, and typically they come in on a Sunday, and the camp is Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Pick up, drop off. Parents are more than welcome to stay, watch the kids. A lot do. And then we've also talked about doing maybe like sleepover camps and kind of academies, and my dad convinced me to stay away from that. It's too difficult. So after 3 p.m., the parents pick them up, and we give them all our effort during the day that we can. But it ends up being a lot of fun, and those 5 days we are able to get to know the kids and teach them as much as we can in that time. So it works out great. Yeah.
At what age do you start?
Yes, 7 years old is the 7 to 15, and then it's funny, you always see a 5 or 6 year old out there, the best skater in the youngest age group. So, like anytime someone emails me or asks me if their 5 or 6 year old can skate, I'm like, if you don't mind them with the older kids, for sure. My dad was 6 years old, I think, on his first 10-year-old team. So if they want to, they can. It always improves their game.
How many girls do you now take the hockey school?
Yeah, so
much when I played, I was the only one, so just curious.
Yeah, it's crazy. Adidas actually is huge support to women's hockey, and they do all the uniforms and everything for that. And during the All-Star game in St. Louis here, they actually put on, or helped me and my dad put on a all-girls hockey clinic, where like the USA and Canada team girls would come out, skated with like the 50 girls we had for that day that the Blues had invited. I think you were there too at that time, Nancy. But it was incredible to see the turnout and how many girls actually love this game of hockey and idolize these girls that they watch in the Olympics and World Championships and all this. So our hockey school is co-ed, and it's for everyone, 7 to 15. So we end up getting about 10 to 15 girls out of the 100 kids. I would say 10%. But they fit in right with the boys and compete with them every day. It's a lot of fun. So, but yeah, so your question is, it's co-ed, it's for everyone. Yeah.
When I took the boot camp, they said co-ed, and I'm like, oh good, I was the only gal, so of course it's co-ed.
Yeah, so over the years, it's nice nice to see the turnout more and more every year. It's great. So we always support the girls coming.
You said you started it right out of college. How did you start it, and how much help did you have? Did you have a partner, or what did it take to start it up?
Yeah, so it was actually out of college. After my hockey career, I turned to golf and tried to play golf and competitively in Arizona State and the next level, and just never had the same passion in golf as I did for hockey. And my dad had mentioned to me that I think you should do a hockey school. I was like, all right, I'll try it. I had a mentor friend in Arizona that was able to assist me, teaching me how to run everything from the Shopify, which is the back end, get the registrations, and to making the jerseys and all of the above and beyond communication with the families to make sure they had the best week possible. And after the first one, and we did in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, where we spent our summers as a family, we ended up going to 10 hockey schools the next year, and we just have grown from that. And we've kind of stayed at that 10 hockey schools every year to kind of emphasize on those specific ones and kind of give it all we can for those 10 instead of doing hundreds as we can. We try to do as best as we can each week. So it's been incredible. It's been 10 years now, or 9 years, this is our 9th year. And it's a great opportunity for me to, all my cousins and uncles and my dad comes out, the whole family supports it, and they're incredible with it. So it's a lot of fun to be able to be around the family and meet everyone.
It's like a business.
Yeah, it's more of a family business, I would say. Got to actually meet my dad's side of the family, those cousins and everything, a lot better, and get to know them and spend the whole summer with them instead of just seeing them over the holidays or something like that. So it was a great opportunity. It was really special, and we loved doing it.
What rink do you use here in St. Louis?
We do at Centene Community Center, and I think Maryland Heights. Yeah. So.
And do you have a website?
Yeah, I can send all the information to Nancy if anyone is interested in sending any of their family or friends. But obviously, I'll help out any way I can and offer whatever help I can to get from there. So.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Where is your dad from? Is he American or Canadian?
He's Canadian,
He's
from
Canadian.
Brantford, Ontario, and my mom's American, and then all of us are American, the kids, all 5 of us. So he actually never got his U.S. citizenship. I think he was worried what they would think of that, or kind of. Let's just say he stayed Canadian and she's American, so it's great. Yeah, it's we're all dual, so it worked out great for all of us. Yeah, that's awesome. But he's very proud to be Canadian, that's for sure. We hear about it
Go there?
all the time. It's like St. Louis to us, a second home. Especially with when my grandma and grandpa were there, we would spend a lot of time at Brantford at their home, which they still live in the same house he grew up in. So it's really special being able to see all the memories and pictures. And they have a basement that is probably more trophies in there than the Hall of Fame from him growing up. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's fun. Always good to get back. Yeah. Sorry.
Nancy, did we have a woman here? Did we have a woman?
Yeah. Oh, I can't think of her name. She was the goalie in the Olympics. Yes. Yeah, she came and talked here.
Amazing.
She is amazing.
That is incredible.
She had a baby, I guess, in December. She was pregnant when
Wow.
she came
Very
here.
cool.
So yeah, she just had a baby.
Does she live here in St. Louis?
She lives here.
No way.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Practices out in Lindenwood with the boys group in Lindenwood.
Lindenwood, that's the
Yeah.
rink we're at.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. I'll have to say hi and tell them I met all y'all. If I ever see them, for sure. Absolutely.
The Blues are playing just about 50-50 hockey as far as wins and losses are concerned. What have you seen that would really help them actually move to the next level?
I think they're
Offense, defense, goalie.
I think they have all the pieces. It's just putting it together at the right time because they have a great coaching staff. Actually, my dad's roommate in Edmonton was just hired this year, Craig McTavish. He was the last player to not wear a helmet in the NHL. So they brought him in this year, and with O'Reilly and Brandon Shen, I think the leadership group is priceless. That's one of the best in the leagues, and yeah, as long as the goalie stays hot, I think they have a good chance if they keep playing. And you never know once it gets to the playoffs, right? NHL hockey in the playoffs, it's wild. Nothing like it.
Ever since David Perron left, we've suffered.
Yeah.
It's a huge loss.
Yeah, he was a huge piece to the
Yes,
team.
he
That's
was.
for sure. That's for sure. But
Yeah.
hopefully, someone will step up here and bring them another cup. Everyone's cheering for him. That's for sure.
Has your daughter already been fitted for a pair of skates?
It's funny actually because my dad shows me all the videos of me on ice at like 12 months, 13 months old, and I was wondering why my daughter hasn't been on the ice yet. I was looking for skates and everyone thinks I'm crazy, and then they don't have small enough for her, but
You can make them. You can make them.
you make it, that's what you do. So
Yeah.
luckily I found somewhere to get a size her small, or a size her, a small enough size for her, and when I get home, she'll be on skates hopefully in January and be at the hockey school this summer. So, yeah, that's the goal. Hopefully she loves it as much as we do, or I do. So.
How old were you when you realized your father was, a living legend? What was that like when you realized that?
Yeah, I don't even know if it ever was really like a specific time or. I always knew like growing up we were really lucky. Every practice, if we didn't have school, he would bring me to skate before and after and during practice. So I always loved the game of hockey, knew it was because of him and because of what he was doing, but I never really knew him as like the best hockey player. Maybe because I was so young, I don't know. I just thought of him like, okay, with him we get to go to the rink and get to go to a hockey game. Maybe kind of after his career, people thought maybe like they wouldn't see him as much anymore, and we'd go travel, and if he was at a hotel, they would kind of be a little different than when he was playing, I think. I don't know, maybe like probably after his career, I would say we realized as we got older though. But yeah, no, he's an amazing person, and I think everything he taught us was from his dad, so we're really fortunate to have a good mentor in Walter, so we're lucky. But yeah, it's been amazing and love everything about what he's taught us about the game of hockey and life.
Did his father play hockey, or how did he get interested in it?
Yeah, that's a good question actually. My grandpa played semi-professional hockey, and then I think in the late 50s he retired from semi-professional hockey, and him and my grandma Phyllis had my dad. He was the first kid, and he worked at Bell Canada, which is the phone network in Canada. So he was climbing the towers every day, and his friend actually would give him a special like extra calls for free, so he could call my dad when he was 14, living in a different city, to see how his games were and stuff. So it's pretty cool. I think my dad recently wrote a book, and I've actually learned a lot about his early life just from the book, which is crazy. But I I probably should start asking more questions now, for sure.
What's the name of the book?
The one he just did was 99 Stories.
Oh, I've read it. It's great.
Yeah, which he teaches the history of the game of hockey. There's a few stories about my grandpa in there, but I forget the other one. I know my grandpa has a book as well, and that's kind of more where I learned. I forget the name of it. I think it's just his name, Walter Gretzky.
So did your dad skate for fun on local ponds, or did he go right away to rinks?
That's actually where I learned it too. It's funny. They would go to the local rink. It was at a park, and my grandma would yell at them that her feet were freezing, her hands are cold. Like, we gotta go home. We've been here for 5 hours. It's freezing cold. So like,
This is Canada.
and up in Ontario, Toronto, Ontario, Brantford, Ontario. And when he was about 4 or 5, my grandma said she can't do it anymore. My grandpa built the frozen rink in the backyard, so she could sit in the kitchen and cook and just sit there and watch him all day. And he always told us that growing up, actually. Like, I'm like, how much did you practice? A lot. It didn't feel like practice. Like when you just wake up and like you want to go out and play hockey and put your skates on, it never felt like he was working on anything. But so that's kind of like the way he's taught us to follow our passion. It's you love what you're doing, you don't work a day in your life type of thing. So I don't know. I think he just loved it. It didn't feel like work. He's out there all day, every day. That's just funny. But so yeah.
What's it like to have Dustin Johnson as your brother-in-law? What's it like? Did you go on a tour with him, or?
Yeah, we're really fortunate. We get to travel with him all the time. And my sister and the 2 kids, they go to all the tournaments. The tour actually had a school set up in each city for the kids, so you don't have to actually spend as much time away from them, which is great. But I think Dustin's loves the idea of the mentorship from my dad as well, just teaching him everything, not just about hockey, but sports and the mental side of a situation in general, which I think is really cool for both of them, and it's cool to see them discuss and go over stuff like that. But he's a great person. He helps us out. Doesn't matter if you're good or bad at golf, he helps you on the course. He has the time of day for everyone, which is amazing. Yeah, so couldn't ask for a better brother-in-law. We're pretty fortunate with that.
I feel sad that he's gone too, to live,
Oh yeah,
but because I miss seeing him.
that's what
Brother was
my
his daddy,
my
and I
grandma
miss
says
seeing
the
that,
same
you know.
thing. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
and tell him, it'd be nice to have you back.
Because she doesn't have the computer at home, so she's not able to watch it, unfortunately. But the greatest thing is by him doing that, he was 39, and that's the age my dad retired and kind of came home with us. So it's cool to be able to see him be able to take Tatum wherever to baseball practice and go to their games every weekend now, and only travel 10 weeks a year as opposed to 40 weeks a year. So at his age, he's did it more kind of to be around the family and be home more. So he's still good to golf, but still at the same time he can coach the kids at baseball, which I think he enjoys a lot. He loves
So
it.
we still play the Masters, do you?
Yes, he is. He's so excited, I know, I'm sure. Which is an incredible tournament to watch. Hopefully he wins this year.
So what do you do when you're not doing school?
So this year, last year, my dad started working with the TNT network, and he kind of brought me on to travel with him and work with him since he doesn't want to go alone every week. So it's more of a companionship and kind of help him how to really do everything. He's not really tech savvy, so get him on the internet all the time, set up movies on his TV at the hotel, whatever it is, helping him out. I'm there for him. And it's more, yeah, it's fun to be able to hang out every week and do that. So we just talk hockey all day. That's all we do. It doesn't feel like work either.
Does your dad ever wonder what could have been if he had played now instead of then? Because your dad took a beating when he played.
Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like over the years the game's changed so much with the rules and all the different situations and rule changes and gear, equipment, and skates people have used. But I think that's with every sport. The training, it's just different era, different time. I don't know anyone. I don't think anyone will have an answer for that. But I don't think he looks at it like that. I think he would love to play with some of these guys. They'd probably be pretty fun to play with. But yeah, it's interesting that you say
What
that.
does he think about motivation to right now?
He's
on board with
oh yeah,
record being broken.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. Everyone asks, thinks he's going to say that he's not on board. He doesn't want him to do it, and everyone's asking. That's their first question. Are you upset? It's like no. That's what records are made to be broken, and I think Gordie Howe always told him that. What's the point of a record if it's not broken? So I think he just wants to be around when he does it. I think Gordie Howe was at his game when he did, so which is special. So we'll see.
I think he said he's more proud of the assist record.
Yeah, that was a lot of points. It's crazy.
Does he still play? Like, does he play with the kids?
No, I don't think we play around the house, ball hockey, that's about it. He said he doesn't like to be not good. He's not as good as a skater now, so. We play golf as a family now, so that's a lot of fun. Being able to spend time together on the golf course, which is fun.
This is a random question, but didn't your dad wear like the Yafa helmet, the Russian helmet?
Jofa.
Jofa?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's Finnish.
Okay, I'm just curious because it to me seemed like it would bottom out. To me, that was the most unsecure. Any thoughts on why he chose it? Was it lightweight or?
Yeah, I think it was the lightest weight. And then,
I'm like,
I know when he was older, he had a fantasy camp and he never wore a helmet. He said he felt safer with no helmet because he knew he was aware of his surroundings more, type thing. So maybe that had something to do with the smaller helmet. I'm not too sure. I think I would say light. It is the lightest helmet and probably doesn't feel like you're wearing much. So
did you play in Arizona State hockey, college hockey there?
I played golf at Arizona State.
I was going to say, there's very little hockey beyond the Coyotes, and I didn't know that's hockey.
In Arizona State, 2 years ago, actually, Arizona State became Division I hockey.
Okay.
They were in the AC College Club Hockey League against Lindenwood and these teams. Really good level of hockey, as good as D1 hockey. But the school, I guess it's more than that. It's more about the political and the money and finance side. So they raised the money and got the D1 team, and they got the exception, and now they're in that top league, which is great for hockey out west and growing the sport of hockey. And hopefully we just continue to see more and more teams come into the college D1 league and more teams from here as well. Anybody else?
What are some hockey hotbeds that we wouldn't expect in places like Arizona, Florida?
Yeah, it's actually crazy. Yeah, it's out of the hockey schools. Arizona, we did for the first time last year, and it filled up first out of any hockey school, and I was so surprised because usually people like to get out of the Arizona desert in summer, and I just think with Austin Matthews being from there and Arizona State going D1 and just some of the former NHL players staying there and help coaching as all the players in St. Louis did here to see those top 10 draft picks all from St. Louis or whatever that was a few years ago. So I think it's just like Florida as well, similar, and Arizona, it's pretty cool to see. And hopefully Seattle, I would say, heads that direction with the team up there. And in Vegas, that's another top one. It's crazy, the amount of kids that come from Vegas to all of our hockey schools. it's funny, they all have the Vegas Golden Knights uniforms now, and it's huge. It's growing so much faster than I even ever thought. It's fun to see. But yeah, the hockey schools are the greatest thing ever, and I love having all the kids come out, and hope they have the best week ever. And if you guys ever get the chance, come out and check it out. It's in Centene, June 12th. We're doing it this year. Or come say hi, or if you have any family or friends that want to attend, reach out to Nancy. We'll help you guys out and figure that out. But it's an incredible week, and we just share our passion in the game of hockey with all the kids, and it's priceless.
You don't limit how many kids can come to that?
Yeah, we do 3 groups of 25 kids usually. So we try to not overcrowd it and give those kids the best experience we can. Get to know everyone.
Are they always filled?
Typically, but we'll make room and figure out what we can. Typically, we try to get everyone in. We don't want to turn someone down or say they can't attend.
Do you have off-ice, I mean, when you do your hockey school?
Yeah.
Blues, we have off-ice lectures, Tommy Woodcock, and off-ice training stuff. Do you incorporate that too?
For sure, yeah, we do. We have a whole program, off-ice ball hockey. My dad did a master class with 12 classes. We show that, kind of teach them the mental side of hockey and the team building side as well. And we do, it's 8 hours, 6 hours a day. So 2 hours on the ice and the other 4 we do off-ice activities. And Braden Shen's always amazing, comes out and meets all the kids. So it's special to be around here in St. Louis and get the support from the Blues and everyone. Everyone's been awesome.
Do you start those in June?
June, yeah. Once the kids are out of school and finished with their hockey teams for the season, typically when they have time off to come. So
June 12th is the anniversary of the Stanley Cup win.
I love that.
I guess you do that.
I think that's why my dad gave me the idea to do it June 12th. It was his, anytime I have an idea, a question, a concern about the hockey school, I always go to him, and he always has the right answer. I don't know how or why, but he's always right. It's crazy. It's fun. So, but thank you all again for having me, and it was a really special place here, and this is so exciting, and thanks to Nancy. She's amazing. And hope you guys have a great time with her.
Well, I want you to know that he is so wonderful with the children. I mean, he is adorable with them, and he is so in tune with them, and it was a pleasure to always watch him with the children. So, thank you so much.
Thank you. Hopefully you guys are able to come and see us and check it out. Nice to meet everyone. Sorry, what? June 12th. Yeah. Yeah, our first one is here, which is always nice. It's fun. My grandma, first time I see her, she goes, "When's the hockey school here?" Because she always knows I bring my cousins with me to come coach, and she gets to see everyone. So it's really special. We love being here. But nice to meet everyone, and hope everyone has a great New Year and happy holidays. Thank you.